Right, hi guys, it's Bee-Blooded. I am finally recording more videos. I kept trying, oh my gosh, I've started like 3 different ones, and then for some reason I get super demoralized in the middle of them, and I stop recording and I don't save them, which is dumb because later in the day I'll like post it on Instagram and everyone's like, oh my god, it looks so good, and I'm like, damn it. Suck. And I say for no reason, but like the reason is totally depression. So I really haven't felt like doing anything that involves interacting with people. But I'm working my way out of it constantly. But anyway, so this is the look I put together. I don't actually know how well you can see it with my awesome glasses on. But I wanted to do something that was a little more neutral than the other looks that I've done so far. This does use the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which I know is pretty much old news at this point, but I'm behind the game, and I wanted to do something using the neutral shades and shimmers that are found in this palette. So this is it. If you'd like to see how to get this super mega foxy awesome hot makeup look, then just keep
on. Alright guys, I'm going to start with this e.l.f. primer mist. This is their Aqua Primer Mist. I have been using this as a setting spray, or like just a general makeup, all-purpose makeup spray for a long time, but I just picked up a different setting spray at the store the other day, so I'm trying to use this for its intended purpose, which I believe is priming. And I've been super into using multiple primers recently, so I like to spray this one on before I do anything else, just so it has time to sit on my skin before I actually get to my foundation. Also, there's just something really satisfying about spraying primer on your face. So refreshing. And I like this stuff because it doesn't smell. Some of them kind of smell funny. Like we just got an Ulta in Columbus, so I'm super psyched. I've been there like 7 times since they opened, but I was definitely testing primers on myself there the other day, and some of them smell funny. So, but this one doesn't, and it's e.l.f. and they're very affordable, so I do recommend that if you're looking for something for that beautiful dewy complexion of yours. So I'm going to start with my brows. I am going to use my ColourPop brow gel. I use it in the shade Redhead. When I got this, I was a redhead, and my hair is a lot lighter than that now, but this is still, dark brows are just kind of my vibe, so I have not bothered to buy a different shade. So I'm going to take this on this little, like, I don't even know if this has a brand, but it's just this little purple angled liner brush. And we're going to fill those in real fast. Alright, and I do like to take just a little clean spoolie and just even things out. Blend it a little bit. I feel like the spoolie is about to break off of its little stick, and I'm really worried about it. Keeps me up at night. Alright, and then I set it. This is just a like clear brow gel. It came in a Profusions eye kit that actually my sister bought, but she never uses. This brow gel, she uses a different one, so she very generously handed it down to me.
I feel like no matter how much I wipe off beforehand, there's always a bunch left over on like this first brow. It gets like shiny, so I gotta just go back in and try and pick some of that up. Okay, I'm gonna live with that. I'm just gonna be fine with that. I do, when I use the darker, like actual brow gel as opposed to just like the pencil that I use every day, I do like to go in and clean it up with some concealer if my concealer wants to show itself. Haha. Lately, I've been using this ColourPop sculpting stick. It's in the shade Gummy Bear, I think. Yes, Gummy Bear. It's just like a really pale, light shade. And I just put some where I want to carve it, and then I kind of blend it and clean it up with this little plain dome brush. Alright, so now that those are settled, we're going to move on to the eyeballs. I'm going to take some of the Hard Candy Eyes to Limit Shadow Primer and pop that on there. And I like to bring it up, like overlapping with that eyebrow carve. Oh my gosh, my computer. Okay. Just for a little extra, I don't know, I have a lot of I tend to get a lot of redness around my entire face really, but you know, on my eyebrows especially, because I just plucked them yesterday, so it takes me like a week to recover from that. All right, like I said, today I want to use the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I haven't used this in a tutorial yet. Shocker, because I haven't been recording videos like an awful person. I actually got this right when it launched, but I haven't really used it a lot because I haven't had the energy to really do anything with makeup or my face. But I'm a big fan. I super love it, and I'm really excited about their matte, the little matte peaches and cream palette that they're coming out with. I just kind of want all of it. I want like the whole collection. But anyway, I'm going to take this shade, this little peaches and cream shade down here. This is with the Flower Cosmetics. I think this is their ultimate shadow brush. But it's big and fluffy, and I like it for just all around large applications. So I'm just going to go into peaches and cream and use that to set, get my mirror up here, set that concealer, or I'm sorry, primer on my eye. So for this look, like I said, I do want to stick to something that's a little more neutral, a little maybe, I don't know, subdued, but it's me, so it's probably not going to end up that way, but a little more neutral than some of the two looks that I've already done on here. So I am mostly interested in this shade here called Luscious. That's one of the prettiest colors ever. So first, however, we're going to go and we're going to do some stuff in the crease. So I'm going to take the crease brush. Okay, I'm going to take this little e.l.f. Cosmetics crease brush and I'm going to go into the shade Pure. I'm going to go into the shade Puree right down here, and we're just going to do this very lightly, very gradually, building it up as we go. And I'm going to keep this to the outer half of the crease in that outer V area. Soft, gentle motions. No need for anything drastic. And I want I'm going to take one of these big fluffy brushes and just kind of be blowing that out right there. Alright, and I lied. I always lie. We're taking it into the inner corner. What's wrong with me? All right, my leg is like falling asleep. Now that we've got that laid in there, I am going to go in and I want to take this shade. I want to take Nectar, which is this really light champagne, and it's got a little, I'm like showing it to the mirror instead of the camera. It looks like it's got some very slight gold shimmer, but probably a lot more. Nothing me, we'll just find out. I'm gonna take that and on this, what is this? This is a Lottie London eyeshadow brush. And I'm gonna just put this all over my entire lid. I do like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty. All right, I'm gonna go back into that shade Puree and kind of bring it a little farther in onto the corner of my eye and blend it with Nectar. All right, and then I'm going to go in with this kind of reddish brown shade. This one's called Summer Yum. And we're gonna pack that. This is with a Mika Cosmetics angle brush. Ooh. We're gonna go and we're gonna pack this in and start darkening up that outer V very carefully. All right, and then just on that same brush, because I'm a mongrel, I'm gonna go into this darker brown. This one is Charmed, I'm sure. And just put that in the very, very like deepest part of that shadow. All right, and then I'm gonna take I just had that bag. Where did I put it? Ah! I don't know why all my blending brushes are in a separate spot, but they are. It's just another clean little fluffy brush and kind of just marry all of those together. Big happy union. All right. Okay, and then I would like to take, I would be so honored to take, this is an e.l.f. Cosmetics little eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to spray it with this NYX makeup spray. It's a finishing spray, but whatever. Make that nice and woo! Give that a nice little spray. There's you. And I want to go into Luscious, that Luscious gold shade right there. And we are going to put this kind of going in towards the inner corner of the eye, focusing on the center of our eye where we want that to be brightest. And I'm just using gentle patting motions. That's real nice. That's real nice, Too Faced. I'm in love. All right. So for liner, I'm not going to do like a winged liner or anything like that, since I am trying to keep it a little more casual. But I am going to take, this is the Flower Cosmetics Longwear Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Amethyst. And I like using this on my waterline when I want something that's like not quite black, not in like a black mood, like amethyst mood. So I'm just gonna put that right down here. I also think it makes my eyes pop, so all you other blue-eyed girls out there, I highly recommend everybody should have a purple eyeliner in their collection. All right. And then I am going to take this little just flat shader brush, and I'm going to go back in and take the Puree, the first shade that we used in the crease, and I'm just going to take the bittiest amount and use that on the lower lash line just to kind of smudge out that amethyst and kind of marry it to the rest of the look. Alright, and that's it for the eyes for now. We'll go back and we'll do mascara. I don't know why I like to wait later to do mascara, but I do, so here we is. So moving on to the face, there's actually not a lot of fallout at all with these Too Faced colors, so that's good. You could do your foundation first if you were so inclined. I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting because I have a lot of breakouts right now. So this is I think this was a Profusion something. I got it at TJ Maxx, but it's just like a True Tone cream correcting concealer palette. I actually really like it. It's got a pretty wide variety of shades, and then all the ones that you would need for color correcting. So I like to take the green for these spots where I have super red, a lot of redness. Usually I use it just to like color correct where I have breakouts. You guys, you've probably picked up that I'm like constantly angry with my skin, and it's true. I just don't understand how I can still suffer. So it's not really, it was much worse when I was a teenager, but it still kind of makes me mad that like I still get breakouts as frequently as I do, even after 2 rounds of steroids, like Accutane or whatever, that are supposed to make you not do that anymore. And what can I say? So I like to do that, and I just use, this is actually just a little brush that came in the kit. So I do that, and then I just kind of dab it in a little so it doesn't stick out for whatever reason under my foundation. And then I will also take sorry, I forgot which color it was. This kind of salmon-y color I'll take on a different finger. And I don't know what it is with cream-based things, but I really just like to use my fingers. And I will put that kind of in the corner of my eye where my bags are darkest. Sorry, I'm like tilting my head at a really weird angle. Just to help like clear that up. And then sometimes I use some of these other ones later on, so we might come back to that if I feel like it. All right, so for foundation, I recently indulged myself in the Urban Decay all-nighter waterproof long-wear liquid foundation. I have been a drugstore makeup shopper for my foundation specifically for a long time, because we don't have a Sephora, we haven't had an Ulta for longer than a month, and I don't like eyeshadows and things like that. I can buy online, no problem, but with foundation I really have to test it first, which I recommend going and looking at the shades and actually seeing them on your skin before you buy them, especially because they're expensive. But I use the shade 0.5, which I think is just the lightest shade that they make. You don't need a whole lot at all. I probably don't even need a full pump, but we're already here. And I have to say, I like this. It definitely lives up to the long wear of its reputation. I wore it went to see Pentatonics last night. Oh my god, that was amazing. That is an incredible amount of talent crammed into those 5 human bodies. I'm pretty convinced that one of them might be a robot though, because I'm not actually sure how you get such a varied yet cohesive sound from 5 mere mortals. But no, it was really fun. Anyway, but so I wore this, and it was like still really, the sun was still pretty strong when we like got there, and I was sweating, and I was like, oh my god, I bet this is running everywhere. But then I was taking selfies with my sister before they actually started playing, and I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, my foundation is still where it's supposed to be. So that was good, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to invest in a longer wear waterproof foundation anyway, because summers where I have money, I like to go to a lot of Renaissance fairs, and that shit gets sweaty in those costumes, so I needed something a little sturdier, a little more up to the elements. And this is a little light on me right now, because I've actually been outside this summer, so I have a lot more color in me than I usually do, which is probably hard to tell with the way the lighting is set up to film these videos. But it does pretty good, and if I put like a slightly darker, ever so slightly darker powder on top of it, it evens itself out, and it ends up looking just fine. But also, I'm a vampire, so I don't really give a shit. Alright, perfection. And like I said, I do like to take a slightly deeper powder. I think I want to do this. Never mind, I want to do the cream, the rest of this stuff first. So I like to take the this lightest shade right here, do a little of that, and like put it kind of use it as my under eye. Like, I don't usually put a lot of concealer there because I think it creases really easily. And I like legit have some nice freckles down there that I don't necessarily want to cover up by going too hardcore. But I do like to combat those like freaking bags, insomnia baggage, as thoroughly as I can. So I'll put some there, and then I'll put some like on my chin. Kind of down the nose. I have a lot of highlighter on my nose, so I don't go super crazy. And that's generally all I do with that. And then I do like to take, this is So it's kind of old. It's just a Milani foundation powder, and this is in the shade 01 Shell. So also probably the palest, but it's still got a little more pigment to it. And this is the e.l.f. powder blurring brush. I actually really, really like this brush. It's soft, and I like how it distributes product. So I like to take this and just kind of put it, trying to focus on the places where I'm not going to put like blush or actual highlighter, but just kind of on the rest of my face to sort of even out all that nonsense, and my nose never, ever, ever looks like it's supposed to. Oh, my eyebrows are right there. Oh. Okay. I am going to also use some bronzer and stuff. If I can find that brush that I like. This is like a slightly angled brush, and this is the Morphine 9C color correcting palette. I like to take this middle one on the bottom. That's the closest like contour shade that I have right now. That doesn't make me look like I just put dirt on my face. So I try and use as little as possible and then severely like blend it out. Okay, and then for blush, geez. This is I'm not gonna pronounce this correctly, so please, if you know how, like, let me know. This is the Mana Kadar Beauty. This is a blush from theirs. It is in the shade Paradise. It's one of the more deeper shades that I own, but I'm kind of in love with it right now. So I'm gonna take it with this Luxie Beauty 524. This is their little like travel size duo fiber stippling brush. And I'm just gonna kind of very gently layer that on there. Lovely. Alright, and now last but not least, the most necessary and amazing part of all looks, highlighter. Which I only have 2, so a lot of repetition here. ColourPop is highlighter gods as far as I'm concerned, and this is my like more everyday one that I like to use. It's in the shade Flexitarian. It's a really, really nice little champagne color that I like to apply with my pinky. I always worry that I over apply highlighter, and the worry only lasts for like 7 seconds before I'm over it, because highlighter is awesome. Alright, so before I do lipstick, I do want to put one layer of stuff. I picked up the NYX. This is their matte finish long lasting setting spray, which certainly did its job for the concert last night. So I'm sold. I like it. I like what it does for the price that you pay for it. Quite a lot. Oh, mascara. Oh my god. Like right? Alright. I am going to find one. Okay, I haven't used this one in a while. This is the Maybelline Last Sensational Full Fan Effect mascara, which I really like. This is one of my more favorite drugstore mascaras. I don't like use it all the time. The formula is a little like almost runnier, I guess. It's less isn't like clumped as much, and some clump I prefer. So I do like to use it whenever I do wear false lashes, which is basically never, because I do think it does a good job of that. But it's good. It's a good mascara. Have no complaints. It's just not like my top favorite, but I definitely keep some around. I'm really just gonna stop talking. I think that little flyaways get in your mascara. You leave like black freckles all across your face, which would be cool if that's what you were going for. That is not part of this. Okay, now that I haven't just completely forgotten that absolutely crucial step, we're gonna finish off with lips. I'm gonna use this NYX Butter lipstick. I actually really like these. The formula is super soft and it just feels really luscious on your mouth. That's like my word of the day now. Luscious. But they do last a long time. I wore it out to eat with my family and I was like, oh, this is so pretty, but as soon as I take a bite, it's gonna be all over the place. And I was wrong. It held its ground. And it was at like Olive Garden nonetheless, which is awesome because that's like sacred in the Midwest is Olive Garden. So if your lipstick can hold up at Olive Garden, that's like holy grail material right there. Just so you know. It's like a little messier than I would like it to be. Most of the lipstick I use is like a liquid lipstick with a wand, and so I feel like I'm losing the ability to apply lipstick out of a tube. It's phenomenal, really. It's probably why those brushes exist. When I was little, I used to be like, my brushes, why don't you ever use those? And that's cool. Alright, so that is the finished look for you guys today. I'm gonna get my glasses back on. Oh, hey! I did pretty good. Sometimes I can't see sometimes, and I just wonder, sit here to myself like, bet this looks like butt, but it doesn't, so haha. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry that it's been, like, to my 2 followers, I guess, I'm sorry that it's been such a delay, but I'm really trying to get back out of that slump that I've been in. It's been awful. I haven't written. School sucked. I'm unemployed forever. So it's been a downer, but I am working on it. Constant work in progress. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you liked this, please feel free to subscribe. I would love you forever if you subscribed, and if you do, that little bell down there, click on it, because then you'll know when I post a video, which is like a rare occurrence, so you should totally clue yourself in. But anyway, I hope you guys have wonderful days, and I love you all, and I'm obsessed with you, so